Hello everyone. Today is May 12th. I just heard news that they might extend the stay-at-home order for another month or so until July. Not sure if that's true. If that's true, we just have to basically extend our challenge. Let's get started with the session. I'm gonna 3-bet with King Nine suited here. Here we got 3-betted by a very tight player. His range is almost certainly aces, kings, queens, and ace king. So we just gonna fold here, especially with raise under the gun. His 3-betting is way too strong from the small blind. Just gonna give it up. We're probably gonna fold like king, queen, or something like that as well. Against a player like that, against his 3-bet range, I'd rather call with something like 6-7 suited, 7-8 suited, something like that. Ace-4 suited is definitely a good 3-bet. Flop a gusha straight draw and flush draw. It's almost like the best one of the best flop for us. Just gonna continue with betting about 30% the pot. Standard smaller sizing. We got caught. We're gonna barrel here, pretty big here. We can hit the deuce, ace, and any clubs, and we can always take it down with the bet, which is nice. Gonna open with 5-6 suited here. It's a little bit loose, but we haven't done much this session, so try to get things going. Here with 10-8 suited, 4-way with just 75 cents. It's just a no-brainer. I'll call with any suited card here. I'll flop open-ended straight draw here. Definitely gonna start betting. Same thing, smaller, 30% sizing. Those smaller sizing works pretty well when you have it, or when you have a draw, when you have a strong hand, or when you don't have anything. Here we got raised. Not exactly sure what he's doing this with. The only thing that makes sense is pocket threes and pocket fours. I don't think he's raising any ace here, since we raise under the gun. So, but against a player like that who's very loose aggressive, I just don't think he's gonna fold to an ace that often. So we just give it up. Calling out of position with just an open-ended straight draw is not the best idea. Here we pick up the pot with pair eights, pretty nice. Here a very loose player open under the gun. We're definitely gonna 3-bet him. Not the greatest flop for kings, but not the worst either. we're just gonna go for a check raise here. I just feel like a player like this is gonna bet on this board a lot. Once we check to him, he's just gonna assume that we missed. He doesn't, we're gonna bet pretty big here, pretending like we're bluffing with ace high. A lot of time he would just call here with any like inferior hands, any pair. He just fold, so that basically means that he didn't have anything. Here we're gonna open 5A suited if it's folded to us against two players who are kind of passive. Doesn't 3-bet that much. Here 3-way, no brainer. Call to see a flop with 7-4 suited. Once someone raised in front of us, we just have to give it up. Here we're gonna open with 5-7 suited. a little bit of loser side, but it's okay. Flop a gut shot, straight draw, and flush draw. Definitely good enough to continue. We're just gonna bet like our standard 30% sizing. Here, queen jack offsuit against people who open 22% of the time. Calling is okay. Yeah, we're gonna call and see a flop here. Turner straight, not the greatest because any queen beats us. So we should. You can make a case for a bet, but I like checking here. Just pot control a little bit. Hopefully he bluff at it, and then we can just pick up extra value. He bet over the pot, we just have to call here. He has queen, but it's okay. Here we got check too. That was why we checked the turn, cause just to pot control a little bit, so we only lose a little bit of money, even we ran into like a bigger straight. And then sometimes he'll be bluffing there, so we get extra value as well. Here we flop another flush draw with the overcards and potentially runner straight. Definitely gonna see bet here. About 30% of the time. I mean 30% of pot. Excuse me. Here we got check raised. Against a player like this, he could be doing this with any 10. He could be doing this with like a straight draw or even a 7 or any kind of pocket pairs. We're definitely gonna continue here by just calling. No reason to raise again in case he had like a set or something. Depending on how big he bet on turn. 650 is definitely a call because I think our queen and jack might still be alive here. And hopefully we get there. We don't. When he bet this much on the river, he pretty much have to like have a set here, I think, or at least 2 pair. But we're definitely not gonna call that. Here with queen 10 suited against this guy, I think calling is the best play, I think. Actually, we're gonna call here. 3-betting was okay too. I think 3-betting might be better, but calling is fine. Here against a loose player, raise under the gun, he doesn't really raise that much, so we're gonna give him credit for like a real hand, like a strong ace or like high pocket pair or something. So with ace-5 suited, we can call and see a flop. Here we turn the gut shot straight draw, we're just gonna bet like 75% of pot, try to take it down. Flop an ace. But he could easily have a better ace. We're not folding to that though. Here we're just gonna bluff this river, I think. Flush draw gets there. Yeah, we're just gonna bluff at this river. Hopefully it's gonna work. It did. Cause we can have like a straight or a flush there. Here we got call, a bet and a call. Um, Definitely not raising here. We're just gonna call and continue. Pretty good turn for us. Now queen becomes our kicker, so we chop with ace jack, ace 10. I don't think this guy raised with ace 10 though. Ace jack maybe. He could definitely have like ace king and ace queen easily. Um, Against this bet, I feel like we should probably put in a raise, just in case they're on flush draw. Definitely gonna put in a raise. Cause him calling just 50 cents is extremely weak, so I don't think he has anything. Okay, he just shuffle over the top. It's kind of like a really weird play though. I don't see why he's doing this. He has like he's saying that he has a boat. I mean, he definitely could have queens here. We're not calling this. Like this guy raised 8% of the time pre-flop. He's just gonna have like a lot of ace queen, ace king, and pocket queens, pocket aces here. So we're just gonna fold to him. But it's better than just calling 50 cents and then like calling another weak bet on the river. Here we flop gosh, we flop a nut flush draw against a loose aggressive player. We're definitely just gonna continue. Just gonna bet like 30% of pot. He's almost certainly gonna call this. We don't get there on turn. We're just gonna barrel this pretty big, and then possibly triple barrel this. Yeah, he's gonna have a lot of hands that can call twice, but definitely not 3 times. So I'm just gonna barrel it down here. Worked because it would be a lot of hands you have there. It's gonna be very difficult to call three bets. Like any kind of jack, it's gonna be extremely hard to call 3 streets unless he has like ace jack. Here we flop a gut shot straight draw, but like 30% of pot. Against a loose player, I'm gonna check here. Here we got raised. Out of position against this guy. He raised pretty big, assuming that he probably has an ace, which is gonna fold. Fold. Here with under the gun +1, we're just gonna fold ace suited here. Excuse me. I'm here against a bet call. With ace 9 suited, definitely gonna 3-bet here. I don't want to play this hand out of position against 3 players. Of course, this guy gonna call. It's extremely loose. Just gonna bet like 30% here, and then gonna barrel pretty big on the turn. It's always nice to flop top here. Gonna barrel pretty big here. I don't think he's ever have 5-8 here. So we're gonna bet and call it off, I think. Once we make this bet, like there's no coming back, pretty much, because he has $48, we bet 20. It's pretty much committed. But a lot of times it's just gonna fold, because a loose player like that, they like to see a lot of flop, but very rarely they're gonna have something good. It comes down to their calling range. Like a lot of hands, they have even at top of their range. It's very difficult for them to call three street. Similarly, here against two players, 62 cents with king, suited king, we definitely can see a flop. We flop top pair. Um, we're just gonna call here. Here with tens, definitely gonna three bet. 10, they can have like Jack 10, Queen 10, a lot of combos. Um, I think we can bet a little bit here. Just something that Jack 10 or Queen 10 can call. I don't think this guy has a king once he check the turn. And flush draw misses, so it's just gonna bet something that like half the pot that a Queen 10, Jack 10 can call. Here 10 8 suited, we're just gonna see a flop. They fold it. I'm definitely gonna three bet with ace king suited here. Here's a pretty tight raising range. We're gonna bet like 30% pot here. Good thing we just take it down. Here with suited ace in the blind, with 75 cents more, it's definitely worth it to see a flop. And then we flop a straight. Only losing to 6-7. I don't think people call with 6 deuce here, so we're only losing to 6-7. Basically, that's basically it. Oh, definitely gonna bet the turn here. Here we flop a flush draw. Just gonna bet like 30% the pot. Here against a play like that, with ace jack off, normally we call, but this guy folds to three bet all the time, so we're just gonna three bet him, put some pressure on him, and it makes it our hand easier to play as well. Very loose aggressive player. We're gonna 3-bet him. Here against the same player, just gonna call, protect our blind. Ace high board, gonna do like 30% here. Here we're just gonna fold. Seems like the player today are a little bit tighter. A lot of tight aggressive regulars. We can always adjust our gains accordingly. Like in a game like this, we can certainly 3-betting more, 4-betting bluff more, because people are um, more likely to fold. Like those regulars are just gonna be more likely to play solid poker. Versus when you have like bunch of crazy players, you just try to not bluff at all because they will never give you credit. We flop an ace, standard c-bet. Here we're just gonna check behind with 2 overs. Just gonna fold here. You're definitely gonna 3-bet with ace queen offsuit. Flop top pair. We gotta check behind here just to mix it up a little bit against a regular player. Not always c-betting with top pairs. Definitely gonna bet this turn. Here we flop top pair, top kicker. We're just gonna check here with 3 diamonds on board. We're gonna check again here. Here we're just gonna fold. We're drawing dead against any diamonds, which our hand just have no potential whatsoever. There's no reason to continue. Against this player, we're just gonna 3-bet here. He's folding to 80% of 3-bets. Hey, flop got shot straight draw. Just gonna check behind here. Here we had the backdoor flush draw. Ace high is definitely good for our range. Gonna see bet 30% of the time. 30% of the pot. Not exactly sure what he trying to wrap here. Definitely just we're gonna call and continue. See what he does on turn. Uh, turn a double gutter, which is pretty good for our range. I think we're gonna call and then like jam the river. I just don't think he has like a real hand here. It's very unlikely. If he jam, of course we're not gonna do anything. We're just gonna jam here. Oh yeah, ace jack. Oops. Maybe we try too hard there. But while he check raised us on the flop though, with just ace jack, it's kind of weird. Well, here we're just gonna check raise with pocket fours. Pretty good turn. Only losing to queen jack. Gonna bet pretty big here. Almost gonna bet the pot and he should be committed. If he calls this bet. He might just jam with like any kind of ace. Well, okay, we just have to get it in. Pretty good river for us. Yeah. He was drawing dead on the turn. Or he had like a gacha straight draw, that's about it. I'm still thinking about the blind versus blind hand. I was thinking we're probably a little bit over leveling ourselves too much. Because right in a higher stake game, people with more skilled, people almost never raising ace jack on a flop there. So that was why I kind of leaning towards putting him with like weaker hands. But that's one of the reasons we have been down in this stake so far. It's because I think I just trying to level with people too much. Here 779's benefit our range way more than his, so I'm gonna call and continue. Here we turn a flush draw. Here he bet again. We're just gonna put in a raise. It look like it would be like extremely strong. Yeah, it would be very difficult for him to call there, unless he had like aces or kings with king of diamond or ace of diamond. But that's about it. Very few combination there that he could continue with. He was just gonna check behind. Very loose player, loose aggressive player. 75 cents, Jack 9 suited. Definitely gonna see a flop. Here we're just gonna give up. Nice hand. Just gonna give it to him. Calling was okay too with the backdoor flush draw and two overs. I would rather do that in position. Definitely not calling that. Here with ace 7 also here, in position blind versus blind against a pretty loose player. Definitely can make a case for calling. Flop pretty good for us. Second pair with the best kicker and the backdoor not flush draw. Definitely gonna continue here. Here with 5-6 suited, I think it's better to 3-bet. Call here. Turn the nut flush draw. We could very much have the best hand here. We're gonna bet. And then we get there. Nice. I don't think we need to get there. I think we had the best hand all the way. But when he called the turn, when he called a turn, most likely he had like jacks or queens or something like that. Maybe with the queen of spades or jack of spade. We're just talking here. We're definitely gonna call this. We had the nuts. Jack 9. That's weird that he called a turn. It's really odd that he called a turn, because he basically had nothing with just jack high flush draw. Um, but our goal of betting the turn was just to protect ourselves while we still have the best hand, which we did. He only had jack high on the turn, and then we definitely had the best hand there. But he should have just easily fold the turn. I don't know why he decided to call and then just do like a crazy overjam on the river where we're only calling with better spades, which is a terrible play of his part. So definitely do not play like that. We're gonna open with king 5 suited here. We had the backdoor flush draw. Just gonna bet like 30% a pot. When he calls here, he almost always have a 10 or like pocket pair. I don't think he has like 5-6 that much or 5-3. So just gonna check behind. Whatever he bet, we're just gonna fold. He most likely have a 10 here. Here we flop top here. Definitely gonna continue. I think our stats have been like a little bit buggy. Here with ace 7 suited, it's okay to 3-bet, it's okay to fold, it's okay to call. Against this player, we're just gonna 3-bet. Actually, we're seeing the wrong stats, but that is okay. Gonna restart our tracker. That's like a shitty flop. Just gonna give up here. Here with 6-4 suited, definitely gonna defend. Oh, it turned to trips, which is pretty nice. Good bet here. Here we're just gonna give it up. We're gonna open with suited king here. Kind of loose, but like I say, the game today has a lot of regulars, so it's okay to play a little bit looser. Here on a flop like this with the backdoor flush draw, we're just gonna check behind here. Just gonna fold. Here with 10-9 suited, definitely a call. 3 betting is okay too. Guess we're just gonna continue playing without stats. Poker tracker has been like a little bit weird today, and yesterday as well. Here we're definitely gonna call this. He could be barreling this with jacks, pocket jacks, queens, like over pocket, or ace 10, but we're not gonna fold just yet. Once we check, we're just gonna check behind, because I don't think we're getting value from anything weaker. He was just barreling for nothing, basically. Here with the flush draw, we definitely gonna bet here. Just disregard the stats for now, because the program has been a little bit weird. We got raised in the call. If it was heads up, we probably just fold this. But since they're a three-way, definitely okay to see a turn. Hopefully we get there. We get there on the river. It's possible that this guy has a better flush, like an ace high flush or something, since he raised the flop and then he checked the turn. He bet $20. We're not gonna fold to this. I'm not happy about it calling, but it's nowhere we know that if our flushes is good or not. Um, it's kind of put us in a brutal spot because this guy was the one that I thought could have a better flush draw. So I'm just very worried about like calling and then this guy jammed. That really suck, even though it's only $17 more. Oh, he was just bluffing there. This guy's crazy. Crazy guy. Do some random bluffs for no reason. Good for us. He bet over the pot. We made the maximum value for sure. Here with pocket aces, just gonna open. Sometimes you see me opening bigger in the early position. Sometimes I just roll with the standard 2x, 2.1x open. Depending on it's really like random. I don't have a reason that why sometimes I raise bigger in early position, and sometimes do like it's not like hand specific. Here we're just gonna do a standard C bet. Here with Jack 10 suited, it's definitely okay to see a flop. He's a pretty good regular. I recognize the name. Probably just gonna fold here. Here we got check raised. Pretty big here. We're gonna call and just proceed with caution because we do have the ace of diamonds. He could be doing this with like pocket tens, um, or even ace nine, and then this guy jammed. Interesting. If he jammed, we're just gonna fold. It's actually good that he did this, so we can see like what this guy does. I'm not too worried about this guy. I'm worried about this guy, because he's a better player. Once he folded, he probably just have a nine. It's the automatic call. Probably a flush draw or something, or just a pair. Okay, free money. If this guy raises here and then he jammed or like come over the top or with the re-raise, we're folding our aces there. Here we're gonna 3-bet to ace 10. But good thing that this guy just went all in and then he had to make the decision and then he just folded. He probably just have a 9. Or even just doing it as a move. Like he had absolutely nothing. It's totally possible. Here with the backdoor flush draw, we're gonna bet 30% of pot. Here we got 4-bet by somebody. Oh, this is the right stats. So he never 4-bets. Um, like even without stats, we're not gonna continue here. Definitely gonna fold with ace 10 off. Just way too weak. Like we have like ace queen suited minimum there to continue. Here we're gonna definitely 3-bet. This guy only has a half stack. Just gonna 3-bet and possibly just get it in. Here we have a pretty good flop for pocket fives. I'm not really like a big stats guy, so I'm okay like playing without the stats. Some people they're like really good with it, like they know how to read like every single details. Like I don't really read that much into stats. I only look at like 3-bet, 4-bet percentage and 3-bet, 4-bet folding percentage. But I know there are way more. Um, there are more ways that you can look into stats and exploit somebody. But I'm not that good in stats. At the end of the day, like I was a life pro. When I was playing internet poker, I wasn't like I was doing it on the side, like a semi-pro. I was never like an internet pro, like full-time internet poker pro. So I'm more like a live guy than internet guy. As you guys can see, we have been on a pretty bad downswing. But I talked to a few of my online poker pro friends. They say it's nothing. It's very standard for them to have like 40 buying downswings, which is crazy to me. Because during the 3 years I played live poker for a living, I think the biggest downswing I had was like maybe like 15 buy-ins or something like that. Might be a little bit less. I think my worst downswing was like 20,000, and for the game I played, it was probably like 15 buy-ins, between 15 to like 20 buy-ins, I guess. Here, ace jack, we're just gonna call in playing position. Here we got called. A lot of time they just have like a draw here because 9, 10, 3, and then 2 hearts. It's a lot of draws out there. He can certainly have a 9 here, but more, more, more often than not, they're just gonna have a draw here or a 10. So it's just gonna bet for value here. Um, Queen Jack gets there. Um, don't think we're getting any more value. He could have just a 10. And then we can bet and pretending like we missed the flush draw. But we have to prepare to fold though. I'll just bet $10 and then if he jam we just have to fold. That's why you have to be prepared when you do like thin value bet like this. Like we're basically only betting that he has a 10. I think he does have a 10 here. Once he called, then he has to have a 10, like a king 10, ace 10, or something like that. Oh, he calls with pocket fives. Wow. See, this is why, because not the every this is a really draw heavy flop, and then um a lot of flush draws, combo draws misses like king jack, king queen, um, queen jack of course get there on the river, but it's just draw heavy, right? So it was reasonable for him to look us up because we could very much be bluffing there. It worked out for us there. Here with the ace on the turn, which is gonna bet, wrapping that ace. It worked out. I'm gonna open with 4-5 suited under the gun. It's very loose. You're just gonna see bet. It's always good to like mix up your range so you don't always have like strong hands when you raise under the gun. He was just gonna 3-bet here. A little bit loose, but it's okay against a regular. Pretty good solid regular. We got called by this guy, which is kind of weird. Seems like a pretty loose player in terms of calling 3-betting. Here, we're just gonna 3-bet with aces. We're just gonna check in and give up. Because I don't think this guy's ever folding that much. And then 3-way, it's very hard to bluff two players. Here, nice 7-4 flop. We're just gonna go for a check raise here, actually. We're just gonna give up. Once we check the flop, we're gonna bet like 75% time, 75% the pot on the turn. Calls. I'm guessing he has like a lot of pocket pairs. He could have like, I don't think he has that much nines there. He could have like pocket tens. I think it's better to just jam actually. I really do. I don't think he's ever folding like pocket tens here, and then jamming makes it look like we're completely trying to steal this. Should do that. I guess he just had like absolutely nothing there. What hand he could call the turn though? It's kind of weird. Maybe just like pocket fives or something. Pocket fives, pocket sixes, pocket eights. That's the only hand that makes sense. Here with Jack 9 suited, this is the wrong stats. Um, we're just gonna call in position. He has a lot of money, so if he hit the right flop, we can win a lot of money. 773 is really nothing. We're just gonna check behind. He might bet with ace high here, and then there's no reason for us to bet because he's never folding ace high. Here with ace deuce suited, 3-betting is okay, calling is okay. We just opt for calling here because this guy doesn't have a full stack. I don't want to 3-bet and then it's jam or something. I don't see why he's betting here though. Like he's probably doing this with ace high. I don't think he has a flush that often. We could definitely bluff raise. We're just gonna fold here. It's not worth it. Power's way too small. I mean, it was totally okay to go after it too. Here we got three bet it. Jack nine suited. We're gonna defend. Here we got three bet. This is the wrong stats. I'm actually just gonna fold here. If it's suited, I'll definitely call. Here he bet again. He has to put us on ace jack once we call again. So if he bet the river, he has to have like aces, kings, and queens. Everything misses. Hopefully he just check it down and give up. He could have ace king here as well. We bet 25s. He either have like a complete nothing, or he has aces, kings, and queens. Which one is it? Um, I just don't see people three barreling bluff that much in this level. So I'm gonna give him credit and fold. If you play like a bigger game, I'm probably leaning more towards calling. But I don't know the guy, and then it doesn't seem like a lot of people in this stake are capable of three barreling bluff. Here we just gonna call. Three betting's okay as well, but here with the ace nine suited, we're just gonna call and see a flop. Gonna fold here. Point. Just gonna fold. I'm gonna call it a session here. Okay, see how we do. Oh, we up $100. Pretty good. Two buy-ins. Pretty smooth session overall. Not much going on. Not much crazy pots. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.